Do yourself a favor and follow this tip I'm about to give you. Have you been trying to level sniper skill? I know a lot of people who have been trying to level sniper skill and have been trying to do it either the old-fashioned way, be it just shooting people type of a thing, or top loading the Mosin. I know a lot of people use the top loading the Mosin, but here's the problem with that. It gets expensive, really expensive, especially if you die. If you die, you lose the Mosin, and you have to top, and then you have to go buy another Mosin. Not to mention, if you're like most people, you have to actually you're loading the top loading the Mosin while you're running away, while you're running type of a thing, and you're losing ammo constantly. So let me show you something here. Everybody knows right here about the Mosin. You top load the Mosin and you get sniper skill. So right now my skill, we're going to practice raid. So right now my skill is 16.5, right? Let's top load the Mosin. This is the normal way everybody top loads the Mosin, right? Because it brings up the sniper skill a lot. And now we're at 16.6. Brought up one, right? Which is pretty much expected. So people will continue to top load the Mosin as they keep wandering around. But the problem is you're literally dropping ammo, as you literally saw, and the ammo just goes flying. So, but I thought of something last night, and I was like, you know what? What other guns can you top load? M700. You might be thinking, what do you mean? It's going to be the same. You still lose the ammo. So I've got a full magazine, but here's the difference about the Mosin and the M700. A normal, and I'm talking base gun type of thing. Now, yes, this is modded type of a situation. This is how I like to use my M700. But that's the thing. You can actually remove the ammo from the M700. And then just put it right back in without even losing the ammo. This, in my opinion, is definitely a lot better than top loading the Mosin. Because right there, right there in the Mosin, you have to actually continue to top load it. You're still losing ammo. You can't take the magazine out of the Mosin. It doesn't work because it's installed. It's not like an M700 that has a magazine. Unless you actually use the Mosin where it has a magazine, then you're able to do this. But if you don't want to use that much money, like most people don't, and if you're like me who only has about 600 to about 2 million rubles at a time, not something you want to spend money on, because it's basically about 40,000 rubles down the drain every single time. And even if you're lucky on the flea market and find it for cheaper, probably about 30,000. So at that point, I would highly, highly, highly recommend to use this, because all you have to do is unload it and then just take the bullet out of the chamber. Now, this is a little bit slower, but in my mind, it's cost effective. You literally save your money while doing this. Because right now, as you saw, we saw those bullets drop, and I don't even see where they are anymore. And that might be one bullet over there. There it is. There's a couple bullets. There's one right there. There's one right there. But at the end of the day, you're losing money. But if you use the M700, you can actually save your money. And you can even use the bigger mags on the M700 and use the 10-round mags, so you can actually reload more. Now you'll still earn about the same, approximately. But now I'm at, whoa, wait, that went up a lot. I just realized how much that went up. I'm now at 17.16. I went up almost an entire point right there. That's just from unloading and reloading the entire magazine of an M700. I would highly, highly recommend doing this. You can buy about cheaper an M700 by itself. So you can buy it over here in Peacekeeper for about, what was it, $394, which if you use rubles, if you translate it to rubles, that's a little more than, let's actually do it. I could actually show you exactly how many rubles that is currently. Where's the dollars? Let's just do 400. It's basically 50,000 rubles. Basically 50,000 rubles. So, which is, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I mean, if you have a lot of rubles, that's not terrible. But another one that you could do is actually over here in Jaeger. This is actually probably the cheaper way of doing things. Right now, there's the M700 right here, but if you buy beard oil right here, it's about 30,000. It's anywhere between 20 to 40,000 right here, which is still cheaper than buying a Mosin, an M700 straight out. Now, a Mosin by itself is about the same price range right here on proper right now. So if you buy just the infantry Mosin, which I just bought, is 34,000, right? And then if you want to buy it on possibly cheaper at that point, it can get anywhere to about 25 to 30,000, which is good. But the thing is, you're most likely gonna have to buy either multiple of these. Well, you have to buy multiple of either if you die. But the problem is the ammo. If you don't stand still, you're gonna be utilizing 258 rubles minimum just to buy more ammo. That's from, and this is from proper. Now, if you look on the flea market, for example, if you run out, it's gonna go up from there. And so at that point, it's actually more cost effective to use the M700. Now, if you're right now, the only ammo you can buy right now is the or effective ammo is the TCWSP as well as the BCP FMJ. Don't even try and buy ultra nozzle. It's not even worth it. But as you can see, they're actually cheaper rounds than if you're buying the 7.6254 R rounds. So then 7.6251 NATO rounds are actually cheaper currently. Now, if you're at Peacekeeper level 4 or M80, that will start to even out. But right now, BCP FMJ right now is actually the best round you can buy for the cheapest amount of money for an M700. If you're lucky and you found M80s or M62s or M61s or even, I think it's 995s, or it might be 993s actually. Anyways, you'll have better ammo to use at that point. But unfortunately, you can't actually buy those on the flea market or even from traders right away. So the best thing you could do, honestly, is just buy it from Jaeger for the ammo. But in total, and I didn't total this entirely, you're spending more money with the Mosin than you are with the M700, and that's a bare bones M700. You don't even have to put a sight on it or anything like that. You're literally just using you're utilizing about 30 35,000 for a minimum budget M700. Now, if you want to mod the M700 a little bit, just put a scope on there, type of a thing, you'll probably add about another 10K for the scope mount, and then probably about another 50 to 100K for the scope, depending on which one you would actually utilize. And for Mosin, it's gonna be about the same, to be honest. For well, actually a little bit more, because you have to buy the scope mount. Well, there's actually two pieces to the scope mount for a Mosin. If you depending on which way you buy it. So you can either buy the scope mount that goes on top of the gun, the scope mount that goes on the side of the gun. And then there's two ways to buy it. If you buy the side of the gun, there's two pieces, and then the only sight you can really use is the 3.5. And then if you want to buy the top mount, which then you can utilize any sight that you want, that's actually going to be $3,000, 3,000 rubles, which is not bad. It's actually not bad, actually. But the thing that's going to be most expensive is going to be buying the mount that goes on the Mosin, and then the actual scope mount, and then the actual scope. So it's actually, I believe it's a little bit more than the M700. The M700 mount has a built-in mount that you can buy and utilize, which is $3,000. Because so basically you're saving about $3,000 rubles at this point in time. But in the long run, you will be saving more money with the M700, mainly because of the ammo that you would be buying. Because with the M700, you technically only need to buy it once and never again. With the Mosin, you will be losing the ammo and actually putting it on the ground. And I don't know about you, but I know for a fact when I've utilized the Mosin and reloaded every single bullet, sometimes I will miss 1 or 2 rounds, and over time those rounds start stacking up, so you'll be missing anywhere between 1 to 40 rounds at a time, possibly even more if you brought more ammo in. And at that point, you're losing so much money at that point. Whereas in the M700, you're literally just taking your mag out, unloading your rounds, dechambering, and then doing it, and then putting the mag in, then reloading the rounds through the top, and you didn't even lose a round because it goes all right into your inventory rather than your actual then putting them on the ground. There's no chance of losing those ammo rounds. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys appreciate it. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want more Tarkov content, please let me know. Comment down below. Give me some ideas to work on. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.